Hello. I think I already played the Slime Rancher night theme before the stream at some point. But now we're playing it again. Because it's night. And that's the theme. No, it's not really the theme, that's just what time it is. Anyway. It's time for a little bit more Final Fantasy XIV. I almost forgot to switch the scene, which is kind of important if you want to see me playing the game, which is allegedly and potentially a reason that you might be here. This is sort of a part 15.5 stream, I guess, because I don't think I'll be making any main quest progress. First thing on the agenda is to do the Noctis quest line. I don't actually know how involved or lengthy that is, but we'll see. And the second thing on the agenda is to pivot to Arcanist, because I will want to try Summoner maybe when Endwalker releases, and I want to try Scholar and by extension the healer role again now. So we have to learn about books later. But first we have to learn about anime. The anime lad and his magical car that can hold 4 people? Impossible. Taking a while to load here. Concerning. Where even am I? I think this is Ul'dah. I guess that's where I'm supposed to be. Ah, the ground. No, wait, this is the gold saucer. Okay, that explains it. I forgot that I logged out in the gold saucer when I was playing last. But we do need to go to Ul'dah. Hello, and welcome. Welcome to everyone, by the way. The gold saucer is where we'll be going at the end of Noctis questline to buy a car. Wait, did my microphone get lowered? I think I accidentally had it on a lower setting. Maybe? Is this... I mean, I sound fine, but I just turned it back up. Probably bumped it at some point. Now then. Oh hey, there's also a quest line available, let's say, over here. The Rise and Fall of Gentlemen is something that we can look forward to. Now, there we go, there's the Noctis one. The Man in Black. And we have this cat again. The reporter. You're silly, Isa. She is a cat. Greetings, adventurer! It's been a while. Don't tell me you've forgotten about Kipejakia, reporter for the Raven. I did talk to her briefly during the Rising. You see, a certain rumor has been making rounds of late. No few travelers passing through Thanalan report seeing an unusual black vehicle along with peculiar mechanical soldiers. Do you happen to know anything about them? Confused cat head gesture movement? Head gesture doesn't sound right as a couple of words. No, let me tell you then, that there's growing concern that they might be some unknown type of Garlean weaponry. Even the good people of Garland Ironworks have been called upon to investigate. This promises to be a most compelling story, and I intend to be the first reporter to tell it. But in order to do that, I require the contribution of good folk such as yourself. Lest you wonder, the black vehicle was most recently sighted near Black Brush in central Thanalan. Should you come into any information, I ask that you would bring me word without delay. Ah, we had a Final Fantasy XV quest accepted thing. Good. Right then. So the reason I have to do this now... I think Noctis doesn't want attention. I don't know anything about Final Fantasy XV, really. Not that much, anyway. I don't know if Sucro knows how to use reverb. Oh. Maybe you can add in some fun facts and filler information. Filler is a weird word to throw in there, too. My words are being weird today. Maybe you can throw in some fun facts and, like, fill in some information if I have questions, is I guess maybe what I was going for? I don't know. Let's look for the man. What kind of voice does Noctis have? I'm going to assume that he's a grumpy anime boy voice. God, why won't you move, damn it? Harmonica? A nerd goth teen. I'll do my best. Can I get this harmonica song? Do you know if there's... Let's see. Nerd goth teen. Do you know if there's a garage nearby? How's that? I don't know. That's kind of a low effort voice. Question marks? Says Sucro. Just my luck to have a breakdown in the middle of nowhere. What is this place anyway? Thanalan? Eorzea? That's on no map I've ever seen. I'm not sure how I got here, and I've got no idea where I need to go. But I'm going nowhere at this rate. Isn't there anyone around here who can fix cars? This is a good song already. Oh, good. Wait, if there's a Hotel Mario voice for the next text box, does that mean Sucro has to be Hotel Mario right now? Because this is the next text box. I guess that... No? Okay. Well, you're the one who redeemed it. Garland Ironworks might be able to handle it. Seriously? Man, what a relief. Sorry, you only get like 4 words, 5 words. If only I had the enclosed instruction book on how to do car repairs. Anyway, might as well keep pushing her along. Mind giving me a hand? She's heavier than she looks. This song that's playing right now has Final Fantasy IX vibes to me. What's your name, by the way? I'm a cat. I mean Sucro Funk. Appreciate the help, Sucro. My name's Noctis, but you can call me Noct. Now that we're introduced, let's put our backs into it. Talk about deja vu. Unbelievable. Couldn't I just, like, phone Sid to get over here, though, actually? I mean, maybe that's not practical from a repair standpoint, I suppose. Garland Ironworks is pretty far away, I think. Oh, if it isn't Mistress Sucro. Maybe not. Ah, the game opens like this, huh? By the gods, she's magnificent! Such elegance, such refinement! Buy Final Fantasy XV! It's got a good car in it! As you may have heard, we were tasked by the Alliance with investigating the mystery vehicle. That's a good hairstyle on the one in the middle. Master Sid himself should be close. If you'll excuse me for a moment, I'll direct him hither. I'm a cat. Noctis just puts his hand on his hip. I'm not going to call him Noct, apparently. He said to, but I don't apparently want to. Sucro, why am I not surprised that you're here already? That's good to know, I guess. So this is the machine. At a glance, it doesn't appear to be of Garlean make. This young fellow here, or the young fellow there, I take it he's the owner? The Final Fantasy Airship Boy could describe a lot of different Final Fantasy characters, I think. I'm not sure. And Noctis doesn't seem to know anything about Eorzea, you say. The peculiar. Might he have lost his memories like I did? Hey, I'm right here, you know. If you're done talking about me, you're Sid, right? Not quite the Sid I was expecting, but if you can fix the regalia, then it's all good. I will be honest with you. This is technology I am unfamiliar with. I can't make any promises, but I will try my best. Appreciate it. There's, just one little problem. I don't have any money. Never you mind that. To be able to work on a unique machine such as this is its own reward. Seriously? You're a lifesaver. Oh, and Sucro, I trust you also heard about the mechanical soldiers. We are tasked with investigating them as well. By all accounts, they appear to be simply men, albeit armored head to toe and bearing advanced firearms. What betrays them is the unnatural efficiency with which they move. Sounds like MTs to me. MTs? Magitech troopers, robotic soldiers created by the Niflheim Empire. Is that how you say Niflheim? I think it is. I feel like a Mass Effect would probably be more likely there, Gretchen. Just because if you consider spaceships to be airships, then there's a considerably larger amount of airship-related people. Come to think of it, the last thing I remember is being at a NIF base. It's kinda hazy. There's a strange machine. Before I knew it, I was here. In this place you call Eorzea. That's quite an unusual tale, but then again I'm in the presence of unusual technology. I have no reason to doubt your words. You may have inadvertently activated a teleportation device and been sent to our world. At any rate, you seem to be acquainted with these mechanical soldiers. Perhaps you could investigate in our stead. They were most recently sighted near the unholy Hare, not far to the east of here. Air is correct, not hair, I think. If they really are MTs, they might hold some clue on how to return home. Leave them to me. I feel like I'm putting too much... Wait! I feel like I'm putting too much enthusiasm into Noctis. I feel like he should be grumpier, but I don't know. He is a protagonist. Maybe he gets more cheerful. It wouldn't do to leave our visitor to wander a strange land alone. Could you accompany him, Sucro? Rest assured I'll tend to the regalia in the meantime. Okay. That lyric seems pretty... like it could apply to a lot of different things. It could just be like a general sort of fantasy song, for all I know. But I'm, of course, not an expert in this matter. I'm doing him fine. He looks like he'd be a grump, but that's fair. Don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge Noctis by what he looks like, I guess. Participate in the fates here, huh? So I have to wait for a fate to start? Okay. Well, guess we're gonna sit here for a bit, eh? Well, better get used to this because the Dragon Quest X crossover event also functions in this way, I do believe. I can do that. I'm powerful enough to kill an enemy around here with an auto attack. This will not benefit me in any way. We can get a close look at a giant toad. Look at this toad. Boaster is getting an especially close look at the toad. So, I wonder how long this takes to happen. I'm no stranger to waiting for fate. That's a really good sentence that I just said, and I wanted to make it sound extra dramatic, even though I'm literally just talking about how I'm not a stranger to waiting around for a fate to start in this game because I wanted specific items once. 15 minutes. I'm pretty sure the Nier portion of this game is completely canon to Nier and actually important. I don't know the details. I've only done the first part and it's been a while. Maybe eventually, Sucro here will get to do the Nier raid. But I'm mostly planning on doing the main story stuff until I'm caught up, because I'm not going to be able to catch up in time to play Endwalker on release. But I do want to, like, not be... I want to be as not far behind as possible. That does sound like a true statement about Nier. And I guess you're kind of right, because Nier is derived from the ending of Drakengard that takes place in Tokyo. So by extension, this game has a connection to real Tokyo. This is like that Ryu number thing where, like, you see how many degrees a game is separated from Ryu, or like a character. Oh no, I definitely can't get to Endwalker by its release. That's like a month. Okay, it's like a month and 13 or so days, I think. I don't remember exactly. I'd have to stream every day and, like, stream for a significant amount of time more than usual, probably. Oh yeah, I just remembered. I can fly in this region now. Because we beat the ultimate weapon, we can now fly anywhere in Realm Reborn areas. I had honestly forgotten about this. So we can take a look at how the various mounts that I do have handle flying around. This one makes sense, as you might expect. It is a helicopter thing. What else do we have? We've got the Fat Moogle balloon, which, you know, it's already a flying balloon, so that works. We've got, that's the wrong button. We've got Magitech armor as of recently. And actually for this, let me go ahead and... System configuration? Play music while mounted. So mounts have attached themes to them. Sometimes it changes depending on the mount. There is a generic mount theme, and then some mounts have specific themes. The Magitech armor here has a remix of Terra's theme from Final Fantasy VI. This is the only time this music appears in this game, I believe. I usually have the music for mounts off so that I can appreciate the area background music more. But there are some mounts where the music is very good. I don't actually know if any of the other mounts I have funny music. Or like interesting music. This is the generic mount music, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it is. It's not a bad song or anything. Of course. The Regalia probably has a song from Final Fantasy XV, if I had to guess. And I'm guessing Chocobos... Do they also have the generic one? No, they have a Chocobo theme. That makes sense. I'm assuming, anyway. Yep. Naturally. Let's see... What's the Moogle have? Oh no. Spoilers! This plays the Good King Mogomok theme? I mean, of course it does. By the way, this game has, like... This is Halloween in it. Just kidding, it just sounds a lot like that song. Spoilers. Alright, Auerman, what do you got? Probably generic, I think. Yep. Now, the Behemoth. I believe the Behemoth can actually fly. Yes. This is really goofy. Originally, I don't actually know if there are still mounts that can only be used on the ground. But... yeah. All mounts can fly now? Okay. Sildra. Also the generic one. Fair. Oh, hey, Noctis. Oh, hey, curious about the MTs too, are you? That person has the Final Fantasy VII motorbike, which I'm pretty sure plays the bike chase music. There they are. Oh. This must be battle music from 15. Oh. Okay. MAX. That's a large. That's a bit of a large. It's got a chainsaw. Oh, we can even watch Noctis do cool moves. Try this. I think he knocked it over. Oh yeah, sometimes there's random beetle also, I guess. Sometimes enemies just happen to be nearby fates. Nice explosion. Wait, what is this that I got? Unidentified Magitech. That's all she wrote. I don't know the origin of that phrase. No clues here. Guess I'll keep looking. And so he did. I guess he's probably walking over to that next exclamation point. And then he did. Does this have a theme? No, this is the generic theme also. I just want to check this one last one. Okay, that's also the generic theme. I don't think that's quite how it went. When we get the regalia, we'll check out the music that it has. Is the unidentified Magitech like a currency you can exchange for something, maybe, during the event? Okay. I feel like I probably won't have enough. MT's just as I thought, and a Magitech armor to boot. They must have crossed over when I did. I couldn't find any clues on how I might cross back. What am I supposed to do now? Why would I... Okay, why would I even suggest the reporter, honestly? Awoo! The Awoo has been redeemed. Let's just talk to Sid. Sid knows things. That old geezer? Well, he did seem to know his stuff. By the way, Noctis's shirt is extremely funny to me. Like, there was a pretty good close-up of it a second ago. Maybe we'll get it again. From a distance, his shirt looks kind of like it's got a floral pattern on it, but it's actually just a bunch of skull and crossbones things piled up. You're coming along, right? Let's go check on the regalia. His shirt is just covered with the skull and crossbones, like, thing. That's just absolutely covered. And it's really funny, to me, specifically. Also, it's probably like a designer shirt that's worth $1 billion. So, you know. Thank you for not redeeming the Awoo 200 times at once. I don't think I put a limit on that one. So how fared you? Were you able to find the mechanical soldiers? I don't think that's the nice Sid voice. I think I missed... You fought them, so the rumors were true. That being the case, I would very much like to examine the technology with my own eyes. I have a favor to ask, Sucro. The next time you encounter these soldiers, could you salvage their parts? Ahem, Mr. Sucro, may I ask that you bring said parts to either myself or my colleagues in the 3 city-states? Oh, completely wrong voice. I was guessing a different... We will pass them along to the chief after he's completed his long list of outstanding tasks. Outstanding as in, like, you have a lot to do, not as in they're amazing. Do your work, Sid. Do your homework. God. What if I put a channel point reward to make me recite a portion of the DK rap? Hey, where's my car? Dude, where's my car? Don't worry, she's in a safe place. A reporter came sniffing about while you were away, so I decided to move her to the dispatch yard, that we might carry out the repairs undisturbed. I'm pleased to say I was able to identify the problem, and I believe it can be fixed. It may take some time to fashion the replacement part. I see. That's good to know. You must be the mystery man! Is that the... Yeah, it is. The reporter. She doesn't really have a voice that I've given her. Oh, I'm no fashion correspondent, but I like your look. A simple silhouette with an emphasis on the details. What's the deal with you? Where are my manners? Kippe Jacquia, reporter for the Raven, at your service. You are the owner of the mysterious black vehicle, yes? Shrug. What, you mean the regalia? I beg your pardon? Regalia. Am I saying it wrong? Is it regalia and not regalia? Ah, so that's what she's called. A stately name. She's like nothing anyone has ever seen in Eorzea. May I ask where you hail from and how you came to be here? It's regalia, excuse me then. I'm from far away. I was on a journey, we were fighting, and suddenly I was here. I really need to find my way back. There's so much I have to do. A mysterious young man, come from another world, desperately seeking a way home. A promising premise. Now then, may I ask what manner of journey you were on? Well, I was traveling with my friends. We were on our way to meet someone important to me. Someone important to you? Could you please elaborate on the nature of your relationship with this individual? Hold on just a second. You're not the only one with questions, you know. I've got loads of my own. Well, sir, the Raven has many eyes and ears, and I would be happy to call upon them for all the answers you seek if you'll agree to grant me an exclusive interview. Yeah, sure, whatever. And it's settled. If you'd accompanied me to Ul'dah, we may continue our conversation while I put my connections to work. Come on, Noctis, let's go see capitalism. Also, hi. Mechanical soldiers of rumor. We take one apart for science. Okay. Hey, Noctis, want to see how... Oh, I like the little Noctis icon next to the quest. That's funny. Hey, Noctis, want to learn how shitty Ul'dah is? We don't actually know that in the story quite yet. There's some more shittiness to look forward to. Oh, maybe I should do the dancer quests as well that I have available. I don't know. Yeah, the Noctis badge. It's what you get when you defeat Noctis in a Pokemon battle. Imagine that crossover. As part of Pokemon Gen 9, a crossover with Final Fantasy XV. 10 years too late. Why? I don't know. That wasn't an interview, it was an interrogation. That would be amazing, actually. Yeah, look at his shirt. Look at the skull. That's extremely funny to me. I love it. I love the idea of a pile of dust skulls, and also Noctis would definitely have a mighty Inna. I agree with this. Noctis was very cooperative, and I have lots of juicy morsels for my feature article. Lest you wonder, he was on his way to meet his beloved fiancée. Will the two sweethearts be reunited? With such a timeless tale of romance, the next edition of The Raven is certain to fly off the stands. Come now, don't look at me so. It's been so long since I last graced the front page. And as I promised, I'll help Noctis find the answers he seeks. Nobody is calling him Noct. That's funny. I've already put the word out to my colleagues, and I expect to hear back from them any moment now. Ah, speak of the devil. Yes, Kippe here. What do you have for me? Truly? Thank you so much. See, what did I tell you? We have a hopeful lead. We'll need to take a little trip together, the three of us. See to your preparations and let me know when you're ready to depart. You got Noctis's glove. One single. He's only wearing one glove. But you got it. Oh, is there a bunch of like different summons and stuff? I'm guessing a Leviathan would be like a Gyarados or maybe Melodic? Depending on how Leviathan is depicted in 15. If they're like more on the scary side or on the like beautiful water creature side, maybe? Time for... Oh wait, that's the fate we just did, I assume. In the dark of night, you obtain pants. Okay. Yeah, I was expecting like Serpentine, so... Ready to depart? Excellent. Our destination is the Twelveswood. More of those mechanical soldiers have been sighted there. To be sure, my colleague only heard the rumors. I suggest first heading to Gridania and seeking out the witnesses. Sounds good. Let's get going. Guess we're going on a tour of the city-states. Ah, wait! New as you are to Eorzea, you may struggle to find your way around. Permit me to show you to Gridania. Alrighty, lead the way. Noctis seems pretty chill overall. It's pretty funny that he only has one glove. That's such a RPG protagonist design choice to do that. His most important line in the crossover. Oh boy. Meanwhile, someone in the area chat, in the local chat of Gridania just said the word Sussy Baka. So that's what Gridania's like on Famfrit. I fear it a little bit. I appreciate that. Please restrain yourself according to the PG warning. That would actually be very funny, yes, I agree. If he had two gloves and then he only had one glove. I hope he continues to be wearing pants after this next quest reward. Because we are going to obtain a copy of his pants. Like, he just put them in the photocopier or whatever, I guess. That's how pants work. Mechanical soldiers? My apologies, I'm not familiar with the rumors. Well, I am. A fellow I know claims he came upon them near Hawthorne Hut, and that's... I was giving this person a completely arbitrary voice. that doesn't match who they are. Fellow I know claims he came upon them near the Hawthorne Hut in East Stroud. First he thought they were men, but on closer inspection he says they were more like dolls. And he didn't think to share this little tidbit with me, brother. If I were to fall victim to these abominations, I shall consider my death on your head. Okay. That's just that character's voice now. I mean, it was basically just my voice, but slightly higher pitched, so it doesn't even matter. Hello, Froghead. Wait, I've seen someone with the frog head and the speed demon title before. Is this just an epidemic? An epidemic is defined by seeing 2 instances of it over the course of a month. Or it's the same person. Mechanical soldiers. As a matter of fact, one of our sentries at Amarisse's spire reported encountering them while patrolling the bramble patch. At first he took them to be scarecrows, but as he approached them they suddenly sprang to life and set upon him. We suspect that there's some heretofore unknown Imperial weapon, and we are deliberating a response even as we speak. If your path takes you near that area, you would do well to exercise all caution. Okay. I'm gonna teleport 5 feet. Because I don't care. Apparently. I don't think I know that song. It sounds vaguely familiar. As do many songs that I hear people play. Look at this guy. Bullet Storm. Great. What was I? Oh yeah. That Bulletstorm guy gave off a very specific energy that I don't know if most people would recognize if I tried to explain it. Which is, there's this one toad in some of the Super Mario Bros. X level design contests that became a running gag for how edgy he is. I think his name is like Umbra or something. That's a reference for like 2 people. Anyway. Heard about the mechanical soldiers, have you? Indeed, they've been sighted in the East Shroud. While I do not personally know the details, the Wood Whalers are in a state of heightened vigilance throughout the Twelveswood. Yeah, there we go. There's the 2 people who get the reference. Probably. Congratulations on getting the reference. Like many jokes in those level design contests, Umbra was kind of, driven into the ground by the end of it. I have many criticisms of how people use the Super Mario Bros. X engine. One of the major ones is that they use the text box feature way too much. I did indeed watch MagelX3. I did not participate in MagelX3 like I did the first 2, because I don't think I ever realized that it was happening. And or I was super depressed at the time. I'm starting to be a little less super depressed all the time, so that's probably good. Cat people everywhere. That must be the most important line, maybe. I had to speak to him, Cat people everywhere. Yajime wasn't kidding. Yajime. I don't know who that is. Cat people everywhere. For more cat people, check out the enclosed cat box. I don't know what I'm saying. I believe Umbra was in Magalex 3 at least 3 separate times. I'm glad I talked to Noctis before continuing, or else I would have missed that line. So were you able to learn anything about the mechanical soldiers? Both of these are true. That one is more defined as true. I see. In that case, if we were to keep watch at the Bramble Patch, we should be able to find them eventually. Well then, what are we waiting for? And off he goes. Wait just a... Please hurry after Noctis. The 12's Wood can be a veritable maze, even for the locals, and it wouldn't do if he were to lose his way. Is Noctis like this in 15? Is he just constantly running off into danger? Is that a Noctis trait? Sticker Brush Symphony. Do you want to hear a controversial video game opinion that I have? I think Sticker Brush Symphony is an overrated piece of music. Not to say that it's bad, I'm just not as crazy about it as a lot of people are. Though, then again, I'm also not as crazy about Donkey Kong Country 2 as a lot of people are. I wouldn't say that it's bad either, I would just say that it's not as good as people say. The Donkey Kong Country games are interesting. I've never been able to, like, super enjoy a Donkey Kong game of any sort, honestly. And I recognize, like, even for, like, Donkey Kong Country Returns and Tropical Freeze, I recognize they're pretty good games. Just for whatever reason, they don't work for me. So there's some fun facts that I've definitely said before. This is the area, is it? This the area, is it? Rather. Noctis seems to find his way around pretty well. No luck so far. Guess we play the waiting game. Nod and weird smile. That was like the scoff emote, I think. Guess we camp out, just have road trip experiences. A little bit concerned looking, yeah. Well, there's something. You hear that? Come on, let's check it out. This must also be FF15 music, I think? Oh, that looks frightening. What the? That's a demon! Or a daemon, if you have to pronounce the A. That thing's dangerous. We can't leave it running around. Isn't this, like... This music is familiar, because I think I've heard it before. You're up for it too, eh? Come on then, let's do it. Okay, fine, daemon. Aren't daemons, like, super powerful enemies, like, sort of an FOE situation in 15? Like... The first time you run into the... That's not your average monster. Like, the first time you... No, this must be the music for that. His Soul Talon here has Pac-Man shaped AoEs. That's how we know that we're in trouble. They are very big deal threats. Got it. That's what I thought. Because I think I remember hearing a little bit about 15. Time to stack on Noctis. Good thing Noctis understands mechanics that aren't from his game somehow. I'm pretty sure you don't have to stack on the marker in Noctis Town. Wait, he actually will screw them up sometimes? That's kind of funny. I don't like the looks of that pillar. Okay. Do I have to stand on it? No. Oh wait, I do. Whoa, so that's how it works. I owe you one. I guess I did. I don't remember what that mechanic is in reference to, if anything. There are only so many ways you can interact with objects in this game in the middle of a fight, though. What's the pillar mechanic from normally? I don't remember it. Shows up in a couple trials. Oh. 2 pillars this time. I'll take you take one, I'll take the other. I missed one. Okay, so that means big... I didn't realize he was at that pillar, so I messed up. Whoop. Stomp. First shows up in Knights of the Round. Okay. Damn it, Noctis! Shit. No! I went to one and he went to the same one! Noctis, no. Is that a thing about Tengu? That's nothing I've ever heard about Tengu. And there's like a ton of female Tengu in Toho, so... Of course, Toho is mostly all girl, so, you know... There's only a handful of male characters in Toho, is what I mean. Nothing to it. Right. I mean, I figured traditional lore, but that's not an aspect of traditional Tengu lore that I've ever heard. Not that I am an expert, again. Yeah, I didn't think that was a thing. First Magitech troopers, now a daemon. What the hell's going on? Let's take a rest for now. In the rain. Yeah, after a fight like that, I could certainly use a break. Right, let's set up camp. Yeah, I figured there had to be a scene like this somewhere. Sucro seems to be enjoying herself and know how to do all this. Rice balls! I mean donuts. Haha. Joke. So what's your story? Why do you go around doing what you do? I'm a cat. Mostly. Protecting those dear to me, supporting those dear to me, just being with my friends. All of these things are true of me. Wait, I just noticed the question is, what's your purpose? Like that, geez, that's deep. A little bit. Supporting those dear to me. That's my purpose. Supporting, huh? Come to think of it, you do give off Ignis vibes. Someone telling Sucro that she gives off any kind of vibe is funny to me for some reason. Specs is always hovering around ready to pick up after us. He's always discovering a new recipe and shit. That's one thing I know about 15. We were traveling together, me and him and a couple of others. Hearing your story, I couldn't help but be reminded of him. I'm a cat. My purpose? That's a tough one. Guess you could say it's keeping a promise. Ignis has outfits Sucro would wear? That's fun. I can't do that while I'm here. I have to get back to my own world. Noctis seems like an alright guy. Like, I didn't really know anything about his personality. My impression of 15 in general is that it's, like, okay. It's not great. And then it was worse when it launched and they fixed it more. Somehow. Sounds like Final Fantasy XV has a good soundtrack. I can tell you that much from this quest line. And so we're back. It's good that we took care of the daemon, but there weren't any clues this time either. So how did you fare? Were you able to find your answers? Nope, we only found more questions. Like how the hell a daemon ended up here as well. A daemon? It's a kind of monster. From your world, I assume, and it somehow came to be here in Eorzea. I'm no naturalist, but I imagine it being similar to a void scent. And if even a monster such as that could find its way to our world, then surely you can find your way back too. I hope so. I'll keep working with my colleagues to find new leads, so just sit tight for now. Actually, I'd rather go for a walk, check the area out a little. That's cool, yeah? Nod. Well, it should be safe enough if you keep close to the city. Great, see you later. Ah, wait just a... There he goes again. I do not think Noctis would disappear on us. I would feel much better knowing you were with him. Would you go and keep him company? I promise to have new information to share before long, so see that you both return soon, alright? Understood. Noctis is enraptured by this sign, which I cannot read. Oh hey, what's up? I'm a cat? Well, you can tell Kippish she doesn't need to worry. I can take care of myself, and I'm not about to run off somewhere. I was just checking out the clothing at this stall here. And as I was browsing, the shopkeeper offered me some stuff for free. Your friend has a fine physique and exceptional fashion sense. Having an attractive young man such as him model our garments is the best form of advertisement. Thanks, lady. Anyway, I want to explore some more. You were cool to hang out for a bit, yeah? Noctis's pants, copy of, have been obtained. Next is shirt and boot. After all that, I still don't have any idea how I'm supposed to get home. Nod. For now, it looks like there's nothing I can do except wait for Kippa to dig up clues. So I was thinking, I've come all this way to this beautiful place, I might as well try to see what I can of it. So I got something to tell my friends. It may not look like it, but I'm kinda crazy about fishing. I go wherever I have time, and I've got time now, so I'm gonna hit up a place nearby. You should come too. I'm a level 0 fishing, so I can't really participate per se, but you know, whatever. It's fine. Imagine if you had to be a certain level of fisherman to complete this. Right before I left, I saw somebody in the area without context say the words, "then perish." I'm a little concerned about what I missed. Do I have the context for that? Oh, I see. Someone said, please send a message first before inviting random strangers to your free company. And was given the response, no, smiley face, and then they replied, then perish. Got it. It's important that we all keep up to date on the latest Gridanian area chat gossip. So I felt I had to clarify all of that clearly. Noctis. I'm just supposed to find him in this general area, I suppose. Is there another... Nope. Okay, there he is. I was gonna say, is there another fate or something? There he is. That's some crazy Magitech fishing pole you got there. Not really Magitech, probably. Maybe it is? I don't know. What took you so long? I've already reeled in a dozen. Shrug while smiling. To be honest with you, I'm worried. I keep thinking, what if I never found my way back? And it gets me down. Being here in this tranquil forest and casting the line, it calms me, helps me focus. I love standing in the rain, also. Apparently, because it keeps kind of happening in these cutscenes. I have to get back. People are counting on me. Look of slight concern. And I'm counting on you. Nod. Oh hey, let's take a photo together. That massive water wheel over there would make a great backdrop. Take a photo what? That's funnier. I guess you don't have cameras here. So a photo is a... Actually, let me just show you. You ready? Here we go. Sucro's surprised. Nice! I can practically hear Prompto say, "Love the lighting!" Good. I don't fully... I can appreciate this reference, even though I don't completely understand it, because I know it's a thing. Probably. Can't wait to show this to the fellas when I get back. Yeah. You're right. We should be getting back ourselves. Come on, let's go. I wish it showed the photo. Back to Gerdania. That would be good. I mean, we can sort of guess what the photo looks like, probably. So what we've learned from this quest now is that the print screen button and G-pose are non-canon. This is not a real thing that people have the power to do in this world. Because, like, if you press print screen, it makes a camera sound. I just took the most worthless screenshot. But that's fine. That's fine. It's not a big deal. What's up, reporter? Kippe? Sucro, Noctis, thank the gods you're back. The danger music is happening. What's the matter? I've just learned from a colleague that the mechanical soldiers have also appeared in Ixali territory. That in itself wouldn't be a cause for concern, but the beastmen responded with alarm to the trespassers and have summoned forth Garuda. What? That bird lady? Pretty sure we already took care of her. Back in my world, anyway. Surprised! What? You mean to say you're a primal slayer, like Sucro? Primal? Is that like an astral or a messenger? Well, whatever it is, we'll take care of it one way or another. So where's Garuda supposed to have appeared exactly? At the Howling Eye, her domain in the north, but it's nigh impossible to venture near it, for Garuda shrouds her sanctuary with violent winds. If you're determined to face her, however, I'll contact the Ironworks and request a loan of the airship. Garuda again, huh? Nod. Leave it to us. We've known each other for like an hour and we're already best friends or something. Very well then, while you see to your preparations, I'll secure your transportation. When you're ready, come and meet me in front of the Carline Canopy. You've proven yourself a friend. If we're gonna face Garuda together, I'll lend you the power of kings. The what? And thus Sucro was booped. It's a special power that I have, but I can share it with others. With it, you can quickly warp around, like you've seen me do. Might take some getting used to, but I'm sure you got what it takes. Oh god, what? Garuda's causing trouble because of the MTs, and I feel responsible for bringing them here. Let's go make things right. Do I need to have, like, duty actions on a hotbar? I probably do. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, 3 is set 3. Then we go to actions and traits, and we go to... There we go. So if I put this like that. Yeah, there we go. Because one thing I haven't been using with the cross hotbar, hold right bumper, you get to this. Double tap, you get to this. Hold left, you get here. Double tap, you get here. Hold both, there's more. That's a good place to put duty actions, I bet. I might have to use that double hold hotbar for certain classes. I'm actually not sure. Okay. I think generally speaking, every class has few enough skills that they all fit on the 32 spaces that I usually use. There's a lot of buttons in this game sometimes, but not as much as some other MMOs. Like, this ain't no Terra Online or whatever. I mean, maybe it is. Maybe that's about the same amount. I barely played that game. I just remember it had a lot of buttons in it. Well, ready when you are. Airship's ready to bear you and Noctis into battle. Are your preparations in order? Without further ado, then. Terra had some kind of cool stuff in it, from what I remember. Garuda! Why are you here again? Squawk, squawk. Run for your lives, etc. Like our goddess it is, yet our goddess it is not. Nay, something else that thing is. Flee this place we must. Apparently I don't want to voice these individuals. Is this going to be the FF15 Garuda? Yeah, they summoned the wrong Garuda. That's funny. That's really funny, actually. Interesting design you got there, Garuda. Clamorous creatures, why have they summoned me, and what strange land is this? Ah, fuck. Ah, the chosen King Noctis, so that is the way of it. Yours was the presence that drew me hither. Very well, take up your weapon, chosen king, and face me. We shall see if you're worthy of my power. Again, I guess. Presumably. This is cool. I didn't know that this was part of this questline. Duty actions! Duty actions are used by pressing right stick while holding down both triggers. Oh, okay, there's already controller features. Okay. So I didn't have to assign them, there's already a way to do it. Move instantly to the target while delivering a physical attack. Potency increases with initial distance from target. Okay. I mean, it's easier to do it this way anyway. Oh, you have a laugh. Oh. 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 I get it. Okay. I didn't know what we were targeting, Noctis. Oh, wait, where are we going now? That's what I call teamwork. Keep it up. Yeah, I mean, it's not that difficult to figure out what Ward Strike is for. Hey, Noctis, how do you feel about ground AoEs? It's also funny to me how there's a lot of things that we haven't, like... There's a lot of, like, AoEs and stuff that we haven't really, like, seen. I accidentally triggered a Link Strike. I did. They seem to be fairly generous with the window, at least. Which is good. I need to remember I also have En Avant to move around with. Like that. I'm doing it. I'm warping to the monolith. Okay. I guess that one probably hurts a lot if you're near it. Okay. Ah, shoot. This fight doesn't feel particularly dangerous, but it is interesting. Ah, it does a little UI thing, the Link Strike, sometimes. Son of a... Hang on, Sucro! Noctis, help. Noctis, please. Active time maneuver! We haven't seen one of these in the main game yet. I'll take it from here. Hell yeah. That kind of ruled. Cool limit break, Noctis. I think there should be a way, if there isn't in 15, for two people to Link Strike at each other and deliver a teleport high five that causes an explosion or something. You pack a serious punch, Sucro. I'm impressed. I'm not dead. That the crystal has chosen well indeed. I acknowledge your strength. Noctis, yours and your companions both. Man, what is it with gods and trials? Do you always have to be so skeptical? Yeah, I did see an astrologian weapon in the bow. So it is decreed. At the world's peril do we grant our power to the untested. Fair. I guess that's fair. And then Sid runs over Noctis. And the Grand Theft Auto Wasted appears on the screen. And the game closes. God. Apologies for the delay. She's unlike anything I've seen before, so it took me a while to get acquainted, but the regalia is as good as new. Seriously? I owe you big time. Check out this god here. Noctis, there is much you have left undone on Eos. Eos? That's the name of a scholar fairy, kind of. Your presence here is an anchor, allowing me to link the two worlds. For you, I shall open the way. I already forgot what my Garuda voice was from before. Tarry not, for the gate cannot remain for long. Got it, thanks. Poof. Divinities. 1 minute they're trying to kill you, the next they're helping you. I'll never understand them. Ain't that a mood? Thanks for the company, Sucro. It was nice going around with you. Take care of business back home. You can do it. You bet I will. When everything's sorted, maybe we can hang out again. I better get moving. I've got a promise to keep after all. Take care now. Cool theme starts playing. Is this like Noctis's theme or something? And then the portal closes at the last instant, and Noctis crashes into the wall, and everyone just stares awkwardly. Something about him driving his car really slowly into a portal is extremely funny. Oh, I see. That's cool. And so he left. Bye, Noctis. Now, what music can you get from the Fate stuff? That's my question. Because I think I would love to have some of that music that happened, if it's good. Now that I think about it, I think if I start a new class, this Noctis gear is probably level 1 glamour stuff. So it might just automatically put me in the Noctis outfit when I switch classes. The perfect outfit for learning about books. We might get some complaints about the interview here. Before Noctis went into the portal, I could have sworn I saw a woman amidst the light, an ethereal beauty dressed in all white. Oh, I see. That's fun. You fight 14 Garuda. I saw her too. It seemed to me she was waiting for Noctis, guiding him. I can only assume they share a deep bond. Oh, then perhaps that was his fiancée. Perhaps so, and perhaps not. The sole person who could have enlightened us has vanished into the light. Well, whoever and wherever Noctis's fiancé may be, I do hope they're reunited. Looking to the sky. Right! While events are still fresh in my mind, I shall return to my office and put pen to parchment. I like the music abruptly cut. Master Sid, many thanks for your cooperation. But the most things of all I reserve for you, my dear adventurer. In no small part due to your help, Noctis managed to find his way home, and my article can reach a climactic conclusion. See that you do not miss it. I think I've actually called Sid's Gauntlet an oven mitt already, so, like, I see it that way too. A strangely charismatic young man, that Noctis. In the end, we never learned the circumstances of his coming here. But if he has things he must do back home, as that Garuda-like being said, perhaps this was a trial he had to overcome along his journey. At any rate, old friend, I believe our work here is done. Wherever the long road may lead him, may Noctis ever ride in the light of the crystal, in his sweet-ass car. What a bitchin' car, said Sid. I want to see Sid say bitchin'. Like that one throwaway line in Legend of Dragoon where Maru says something about bitchin' magic power, just out of nowhere. God. You can now buy a car! Brother from another mother crystal. What an achievement name. So, the Gridanian Ironworks individuals, where are they located? I want to see what the prizes are. Where's the Gridanian version? When he beats 14 Garuda, he gets a single tombstone? That's hilarious. Does it work like a phone, or is it just like a useless item? Because that's really funny. Anyone happen to know where the event Ironworks person is? I think they're pretty nearby. But I don't remember. I just want to see what the prize options are. Back in the town near where the fate is? I thought they were in all the main cities. I thought they said that. Did I make that up? Is that not real? I mean, I'm in a main city, so it would make sense to find the one that's here somewhere. I just wish I knew where they were. And I know I have to go to the Gold Saucer for the MGP one. That's fair. I feel like I probably won't be able to purchase anything with the 2 pieces that I got. But, like, I want to see what the things are to see if I need to worry about that. Oh, you get enough for the Orchestrion roll, huh? See, the thing is, like, I don't remember where the fate was. That's already left my mind, so that's not going to help me find it if I were to use that advice. My memory is only so much. Maybe they're around here somewhere. I could probably just look it up as well. I guess I can go to Central Vandal. Oh wait, Ironworks Hand. Hey. Oh, there's multiple Orchestrion rolls. Uh-oh. Wait, these are all... There's not... I thought you said there was a hairstyle. Maybe they all have different item? What's the name of that Noctis theme song that was just playing? I'll take that one first and then a random one. And then I'll worry about this more later, maybe. I mean, I would guess it might be Apocalyptus Noctis, but that also sounds like it could just be like Hell battle music from the Daemon or something. That's probably the harmonica thing. A quick pit stop. Hammerhead sounds like it's probably the battle theme or something like that. That could also be the Noctis one. I know nothing. Veiled in Black would make sense. And then I'll also take... Sure, I guess I'll take both of those for now. I can do this more on my own time, probably. And actually, I need to stop at the inn for a split second so I can go check them. Daemons and Noctis are indeed enemies, yes. Daemons are big scary monster that fight you. Like the one we encountered earlier, I assume. I should make sure I learn these. Oh, I get it. Day and night. I see, I see, I see. I get it, I get it. Oh. That's fun. I think it'd be funny if he just got a single tombstone and it was utterly worthless. Wait, that's actually a true thing? Okay, so the thing I'm here for is actually to remove the Garland goggles from the box, because they give you an experience bonus below level 10. And the Orchestrion is over here, so... No, this is a battle theme. It rules. This is also a battle theme. It's got chanting in it. Aw, that's a shame if so. I feel like I'm gonna want the rest of those, but I'll handle that on my own time. Now, step 2. To the gold saucer! I've already accrued enough Manderville gold saucer points in order to purchase this vehicle, and possibly the hairstyle. Oh, that's cute. I will take a little break shortly. Do not worry. Thank you for your concern. I should find more things to do with the channel points. First, we wait for the Ironworks hand to load. What about the gold saucer music? I mean, it is here. Are you telling me to take a break in the gold saucer for the music? Is that the plan? It's Professor Oak. Hold on. There's someone named Professor Oak. Yeah, that's a Professor Oak. The search infos. What was my grandson's name again? Fantastic. Oh, he's a scholar too. You're right. Yeah. Magitech Codex. That's basically a Pokedex. And he's got the Guido minion following him, so he's being followed by a turtle. 100 out of 100. Fantastic individual. Thank you, Professor Oak. The Ironworks hand is in here somewhere. I don't remember. Like, I'm pretty sure they're just in this main area, right? No, actually, maybe they're in... I remember I had to look this up. They might be... Make Robin take a limit break. That's just silly. I don't remember where this person is, so this is kind of a pain. I don't want to Google shit on my stream. I already had to Google something in the middle of a Metroid Dread recording, so whatever. They're in the main entryway with the rest of the shops. Okay, I have trouble seeing things then. I just want funny car. Right, what do you mean right there? Oh. Dang it me. Okay. A deed certifying your ownership of a brand new vehicle embossed with the Regalia crest is a symbol of authenticity. And I can get his hair. And I don't quite have enough for the card. But that's honestly fine. To hear Sid tell it, equal parts elbow grease and gumption were all that was required to see the Type G, for Garland, fully operational. When, in all truth, the otherworldly carriage most likely required an amazing amount of reverse engineering to recreate. Ah, these have hidden text too. I forgot. Why does it have to be that kind of joke for the hidden text? Final Fantasy XIV, why are you like this? Anyway, why are you like this, video game? Where do I put this? I'm gonna put it here for now. There's so many, like, things in this game, like mounts and minions and stuff that are like, oh, this is cool, and then you look at the descriptions or the hidden text and you're like, what the fuck? Actually. Okay, I will take a break soon, I swear. But I have to show the car. I have to see what music it plays. It's important. Unfortunately, mount music is muffled when you're not moving, so I can't, like, idle on the mount theme. Unless I can auto run into a wall and keep it going, which is a funny thing to think about. So, system configuration. Play music when mounted. Of course. I think this is the music that plays when you're driving in 15. Oh, is it the Sydney theme? Also, it can fly. Because of course it can fly. Okay, so auto running does kind of work. Enjoy. The song is a little interrupted by occasional system messages saying the mount can't fly any higher, and I didn't consider that. But yeah, if you stop moving, it gets muffled. She looks so small in this car. She's so tiny. There's this tiny cat driving this abnormally large vehicle. This is not real ground. Sucro is precisely 5 feet tall. This is because I looked up the average height of a scarecrow at some point, I believe. At least her feet can reach the pedals. Though it doesn't look like she's doing anything with the steering wheel at all. She's just kind of hovering her hands near it nervously. I think it's supposed to look like just sort of idly correcting it. As if you were driving in a straight line. Just like all sorts of gauges and stuff around here. I don't think there are mounts are like super animated like that. Like I don't think there are ones where you're going to see a lot of detail with the you can make plants clip through it. There aren't ones where you're going to see a lot of detail with like steering it, I don't think. Generally speaking. But now we have this ridiculous car. This mount is notable for being the first mount that was able to seat 4 players. This is kind of funny. Fun property of mounts is that you can skim the surface of the water in this way. It doesn't seem practical or safe to do it with this car. Maybe in that way. Just look at the car from the front. You barely see her ears poking out over it. That's really good. There's a cat here, but only if you look closely. Anyway. Now it's time for the second portion of the stream, the part where it says books in the title, I think. I think that's what I titled the stream. Noctis and books, question mark? Something like that. As I explained at the start, oh look, people in the Limsa chat are saying that Nintendo is bad. Some of them, anyway. I guess we're taking the long way here instead of just teleporting to it. I'm going to switch to Arcanist. Arcanist is a class that is actually 2 of them. If we look at character over here, and classes and jobs, you can see that there is Arcanist over here, magical ranged DPS. This becomes Summoner, and also Scholar. They're both tied to Arcanist, so if you level up one, you get the other. I want to try healing again, and I also will maybe want to try Summoner when Endwalker releases. So, we are angling towards Scholar. Here is the Arcanist Guild. Arcanist, at its base, is a magical range DPS, so you have to get that to 30 before you can switch to a healer option, but still. Welcome to the Arcanists Guild. It's here that we research and develop the field of Arcanima. Arcanima is the science of employing arcane geometries, intricate patterns, that map the unlocked mysteries of existence, to draw forth and manipulate the body's etheric energies. Essentially math wizardry. Kinda. If you prefer an arcane art built on structured thought and precise reasoning, then your discerning intellect may find a home here at our guild. Might you consider enrolling yourself as an initiate? Yup, just as I predicted. Before we proceed any further, however, let us first feed your appetite for knowledge with a morsel of guild history. The roots of Arcanima can be traced back to the esoteric calculations practiced by the people of the South Sea Isles. It was these island folk that first discovered a method to express natural phenomena in mathematical terms. Building on this process, the existing mathematical formulae were further developed into arcane geometries, precise patterns that allowed a practitioner to weave aether into specific magical effects. The mages who invoked this new form of magic became known as arcanists, or arcanists maybe, and the school of Arcanima was born. Many such mages, wishing to expand their understanding of the world, took to the seas aboard trading vessels. Upon their arrival in Limsa, arcanists found themselves welcome into the academic elite, and soon secured positions in the realms of governance and council. The knowledge of an arcanist, however, is traditionally passed on from master to chosen disciple. As such, Admiral Merlvib, counting several wielders of Arcanima among her personal staff, became concerned that this exclusionary practice would lead to the eventual extinction of the art. So, at the Admiral's express orders, an official Arcanists Guild was established, and funding was provided for research and training. The complex and demanding nature of Arcanima, however, remains the greatest threat to its own future. If you invite such cerebral challenges, then you have but to reaffirm your commitment to joining our guild. I'm a cat. I love to thinking. Well, have you decided to enroll in our guild? Are you now intimidated by the thought of excessive thinking? I'm a cat. Your sound judgment is to be commended. Now, standard practice dictates that I introduce you to our guildmaster that you might convey your intentions in person. Due to extraordinary circumstances, however, he is unreachable at present. Instead, you may speak to Mistress Thubergeim. She shouldered full responsibility for the guild's leadership in the interim. You will find her just over there by the bookshelves. You needn't be shy, though her mind is sharp and critical. Her manner is always most welcoming. Thubergeim, I think. Thubergeim? Something? Yes, I'm Thubergeim. Greetings and welcome to the Arcanists Guild. As Murray has doubtlessly explained, I'm serving as acting guildmaster until our wayward leader deigns to return. I assume our capable receptionist also spoke of our art's origins. Allow me then to expound upon its nature. Arcanima taps into the living energies of ether. The evidence of this is represented most aptly, perhaps, by our ability to manifest the arcane entity Carbuncle, and the manner of magic with which this ethereal ally employs at our command. The core of the discipline, however, is found in the pursuit of definitive solutions to any potential quandary. Even on the field of battle, nay, especially on the field of battle, this principle takes precedence. If one wishes to make certain the question of victory, then one must apply the most effective strategy. An arcanist is measured by her ability to calmly analyze a situation from moment to moment, and respond with the most appropriate spells at hand. The study of Arcanima will test your mental faculties to the point of perplexity. Are you prepared to reason your way through predicament after predicament? Are you prepared to reason? Meow? An unambiguous response of meow, the kind I most prefer. Let us now see if the clarity of your words is matched by the sharpness of your mind. Here, take this grimoire in hand, and we shall next judge your aptitude for our discipline. Have this book. Hold this book in your hand, and all of your clothing will disappear. That is the magical property of reading. Question marks? God, I hope not. Recommended gear. I was right, it did auto-equip me with Noctis. And the Garland goggles. Looking cool, Sucro. Yeah. Book. I sure hope reading and books don't make your clothing fall off. That was just me, like, not thinking about what I was saying, and now I'm not very happy about what I said. Let's also, while we're here, check out how this dies. So, when you dye this, the shirt becomes a lighter tint, a lighter shade, either of those words are technically correct, of the jacket. And you can more easily see the skull madness that takes place upon the shirt as well. It's also like a grayer color. Oh, and the skulls are different too. That's fun. I think it kind of works blue, maybe, out of the things that I have on hand. Might as well make this match the one glove. And if you idle while you're holding a book, then it's reading time and thinking time. Now, I like this jacket, but I don't know if it's a Sucro kind of clothing. Reading and thinking. Somehow these are Sucro kinds of actions. Now, what I should do, honestly, is assign things to the bar in advance. For my own convenience. Ruin can be over here. That's fine. Bio can be there too. Physic doesn't matter too much, considering that we're only an Arcanist right now. That can also be there. That can be over here. That can be over here. Now, most of this Scholar is significantly different, so a lot of this is going to change. I'm ready for learning! Look at my learning outfit! It is a hefty tome, is it not? I promise you a grimoire's weight becomes a comforting anchor amidst the shifting seas of battle, a fact you will soon discover. In Lower Lenosha you will find, among others, 3 species of pest, wharf rats, little ladybugs, and Aurelii. I ask that you employ your fledgling skill in Arcanima to eradicate 3 of each type of creature. It's the standard quest for every job that starts at level 1 is to kill a bunch of small creatures in an area. I do believe that the Arcanist and, like, Scholar quest lines and stuff get interesting. Tempest Gate is where we want. Speaking of, like, whether or not clothing is fitting for Sucro, it's difficult to find clothing that makes sense for Sucro, to me. Like, there aren't enough hats that I feel like are good. It's difficult to best the first outfit that she's got, but I want to change the outfit for each expansion, so... Oh, I think, if you do an auto attack with the book, you do a bonk. Bonk! Eat book, shithead! Ugh! Smack! Whack! Get your book learnings! This is how reading! I love that comment. Alright, fine. You get ruined. This is how reading is a really good sentence. You know what I also love about this? The one glove that Noctis had, and thus by extension I currently have, is not the one I'm using to hold the book. It's the one I'm using to wave my hand around in front of the book. Bio! I put bio on the bar twice because I'm a silly. Apparently. Now, in the game as it is currently, Summoner, for some reason, is essentially a... Why do I have this on here twice? Did I meant to put bio 2 there? I think I probably did. Wait. Oh, bio just levels up into bio 2. I thought they were separate entities. I was wrong. That's not how it works anymore. They might have done that before. The way that Arcanist and Summoner work in the game presently is that they are a dot-focused class. They love that damage over time, such as Bio. I don't know what Arcanist is going to... Boaster, are you doing okay? I don't know what they're going to do with Arcanist, actually. Thwack! But I do know that all of the dots are being removed from Summoner in Endwalker. Summoner got completely reworked. We are not going to be engaging with pre-Endwalker Summoner because it's nonsense. I mean, some people like it. It's not, like, objectively bad. It's just not really... I have no interest in it. And that's true, this isn't Dragon Quest. Though there will be a Dragon Quest crossover very shortly, actually. I do like the casting animation for book. I would also like to say, I'm heading towards Scholar because I want to try healing again. Back in the day, I started the game as a healer. I mained Conjure and then White Mage, and then Odin destroyed the party and made everyone mad. Everyone as in the random people. And then I tried Scholar, and Scholar was fine too, and I still couldn't beat Odin. And then I eventually tried Astrologian, and that was also fine. I think I probably still couldn't beat Odin. So I think Odin is the reason I got too anxious to play as a healer, overall, is what I'm saying. Running with book! Learning on the go! But, yeah. But I'm starting to feel like I want to try it again. Partly because I'm like a support class or healer at heart and soul. Like, that is just what... Like I told Noctis, I'm here to support people. Right? And also because I think books are a cool weapon, and also because I think the carbuncles and fairies and stuff are great, and those are involved, and I like the Scholar quest line. And also because streaming this game... Well, there's two extra reasons related to the stream. One, I don't like making people wait on the DPS queue, even though nobody has expressed any problems with this other than me. Two, if I have to wait less for the DPS queue, I can progress through more of the game faster and maybe get closer to Endwalker in time. In theory. Pets. I thought you had to learn Carbuncle from a quest. Let's learn about pets. You can now summon a pet to do your bidding. You don't have to phrase it that way. You only have access to one now, but there will be opportunities to acquire many more, asterisk, like 4. Or, okay, so the amount of pets in the game. Emerald Carbuncle, Topaz Carbuncle, Ruby Carbuncle as a skin, but that doesn't function any differently. 3 Eggies or Egais or something that aren't going to exist much longer, that are Garuda, Titan, and Ifrit. They will exist, but not in the same way. And then 2 fairies, Eos and Selene, who can transform into Seraph. So overall, that's like 9 pets that count as summoner pets. Well, also, okay, there's also Demi, Bahamut, and Phoenix. But I don't think most of them work in the way that this does. Cast the spell Summon to complete the Arcane Pact. Once your pet is summoned, you get a pet hotbar, which is accessed by pressing right bumper. Wait. Okay, yeah. I was confusing right bumper and right trigger again, I think. Well. Oh wow, that used to take like 1 billion years, actually. Okay, so you just do that. So we can place Carbuncle. We can move Carbuncle. We can look at Carbuncle. Please look at Carbuncle. Let's look at Carbuncle closely. First of all, hide all, except for Carbuncle. Then we look at Carbuncle. Look at Carbuncle. Admire Carbuncle. Do you have any other of these? I don't think so. Yeah, they have corgi legs. You're right. Carbuncles are basically corgi, at least in some ways. Vibrating intensely. Okay. So what does Carbuncle do for us? Carbuncle does attacks right now, but that won't happen for much longer either, I don't think. Carbuncle's a friend. First and foremost. Emerald Carbuncle, as the game is now, is a DPS. Topaz Carbuncle, as the game is now, is a tank. In Endwalker Summoner, Carbuncle exists, but doesn't do anything except for use 3 off-global cooldown buffs that you can only use between the phases of having other summons. Because the way Summoner is going to work is you're going to enter special modes with Titan, Ifrit, and Garuda instead of summoning little tiny versions of them. And it's gonna be interesting. They're not changing Scholar too much, though. I can go ahead and do this while I'm here. Maybe. Proper scholarly procedure is to cast bio on everything as you're running around. And then maybe do this later. Oh, I do have physic, so I can heal myself. Level 5! Hooah. Hooah, indeed. Do I actually have any, like, better... No. I should register a new gear set while I'm here. So now I can do the next quest. Now I can drive a car. I wish that my Chocobo, my Carbuncle, and my Galacat all climbed into the car, and I could fly around with them as the other 3 quote-unquote players in the 4-seat vehicle. I want to see that very badly. I will pay money to see it. But it will never happen. Speaking of paying money, I wonder if I should commission art of Sucro at some point. I wonder if I should make other people commission art of Sucro at some point. With my charisma that I have. That's a joke. I don't know what I'm talking about. It is my birthday next month. I'm just being silly. Okay. Booster seats for Carbuncle and Galacat. And honestly, probably Sucro. Because she's so small. She could use like a little cushion at least. Not as bad as like a Lalafell trying to drive that. Do their feet even reach the pedals? I don't think they do. How does Lalafell drive car? Regardless. We don't even get to have Carbuncle in a town? Or do we? Oh, yeah, we do. Carbuncle was there. I just didn't notice. Bunkle. They stand on the seat? How do they use the car then? How do they press the gas button, which is not a button? I see the creatures beyond the city walls pose you little threat. It is with great pleasure, then, that I formally recognize your initiation into the guild. From this day forth, you may proudly bear the title of Arcanist. I suggest you continue your forays into the wilderness and keep the pages of your grimoire turning. There's no finer teacher than the harsh mistress of experience. When you feel you can command Carbuncle as easily as you might move your own limbs, return to me for further instruction. I will be waiting. I already have this quest available. What's in the box? Good quest name. What's in the box? Tell me about the box. Are you eating well? An empty stomach distracts the mind and leads to hurried judgment. I must oft remind my arcanists to take meals, so ensconced do they become in their studies. Instead of being ensconced, they need to be ensconed, by which I mean they need to eat a scone to obtain nutrient. Never mind. Speaking of such, have you been practicing your tactics with Carbuncle? I believe it's time to assess the improvement of your skills. As with your previous trial, I would have you destroy random enemies for no reason. Okay. Will do! Why is there a box involved? What box do you speak of? Tempest game. Once I cannot immediately do another quest, we will be going to the Palace of the Dead, by the way. Maybe we'll beat floor 50 this time. I remember that. That's one of the more popular clips that I have, I believe. Starbound is fun, but also I'm reluctant to play it because of how it's come to light. That, so much of the, at least the early work on that game was exploiting young artists and whatnot. People being paid in exposure as usual and all that. Getting ripped off. I don't know what the game's practices are like these days, but that did put a sour taste in my mouth as well. Time to kill Dodo. Carbuncle's doing 3 damage. That's the dodos taken care of. I don't think that wind sprite counted towards my hunting log. I still feel a little bit sad that later classes don't have their own hunting logs. Like, they don't really need them anymore. But it's just a little extra thing to do. It's like a why not kind of situation. Oh, you didn't die. Bonk. Why did Goobu get mad? Oh dear. It's fine. Oh, Carbuncle's Gust probably has an area of effect, doesn't it? Here we have our other dot. You must connect the dots. Into a line of murder and death. Or something like that. So, if math-related magic is all stuff like bio, miasma, ruin, fester, bane, what does that imply about math itself? Is math a terrible destructive force that we should all be afraid of? That ravages the land and its inhabitants? I mean, I don't enjoy doing math particularly. So maybe. I wouldn't say I'm, like, bad at math, though. I don't know. Oh, we're done. Okay. I really want to have one of the Carbuncle plushies that exists for this game and the corresponding item code that comes with it. Because then you can have your minion also be a Carbuncle. And then you can have 2 Carbuncles at the same time. And you could also buy a mount that's a Carbuncle. And you could also buy outfits that are based on Carbuncle. And you can also buy furniture that's based on Carbuncle. You can be the #1 Carbuncle fan ever, if you want to. It's funny to imagine Sucro as, like, the biggest fan of Carbuncles in the world. Love them bunkles. Somehow shortening it to bunkle seems a little weird to me sometimes. I don't know why. I don't know what it would be about that would feel odd. There's also Carby, People have used Carby before, I believe. There's a topaz one. Welcome back, Sucro. It appears your coordination with Carbuncle is progressing at a satisfactory pace. Shall we test your growing acumen with a more practical examination? All scholars talk like this, by the way. Our work at Melvin's Gate requires us to inspect and record the contents of incoming cargo. To simulate such a task, I have had several crates transported to the cliff south of the Zephyr Gate. I want you to examine these crates, then return the inspected cargo here to me. You would be surprised at the depths to which some merchants will sink to deter our customs agents from performing thorough investigations. False bottoms, rotting foodstuffs, flesh-eating violkin. I suggest you be prepared for any eventuality. I suppose you could say it's a car-bunkle. Though, what defines a car? Like, we're an Arcanist on the way to Scholar, as we can plainly see by our outfit. And as such, it's time to needlessly pick apart semantics. So what defines a car? Let us define car. I would say that a car is probably defined as a vehicle that consumes some kind of fuel in order to transport people, and it is operated using a combination of wheels and pedals, typically. So I don't know if a carbuncle could ever be defined as a car unless there was a car-shaped carbuncle, or a carbuncle-shaped car. And yes, exactly, I'm practicing my scholarly debating skill. Practice crates, oozing foul smoke. I'm gonna poke it. It's going to erupt into enemy. Yep. That was honestly not trivial. Not exactly, anyway. Hi? Hiding behind a book? Hello? I'm not a threat! Pray ignore my presence for the present and allow me a moment to cogitate. Cogitate. Cognition. So it might be cogitate, actually. I might have been correct. The reaction to my sudden appearance was within expected parameters, but I must admit I did not expect so proficient a performance against the enemies set against you. Yet, effective though your tactics were, I spied much room for improvement. As I watched you battle, the wheels of my mind whirled into motion, as they are wont to do, inventing other possible strategies you might have employed. Yep, Nerdcat is here. Let's see. Taking into account your current level of ability, factored in the etheric constant, multiplying the number of opponents, and applying your tactics to other potential combat scenarios. Oh dear, my calculations indicate failure upon encountering threat level 9785. Excellent timing on your oh no, another Hotel Mario one. Excellent timing. Well, we'll have to see what we can do about that. That one wasn't as many words. But I feel like that was a total of 2 Hotel Mario things. Though the opportune window to do so has passed, I would nevertheless introduce myself. I am Kulaiya, I think. Kulaiya. I think that's how you say the K, is Ku. I might be wrong. A Melvin's Gate assessor. Acting Guildmaster Thurbergeim has elected me to oversee your training and provide any necessary guidance and instruction in the field of Arcanima. I need to make sure I'm pronouncing cat syllables right. From what I understand, from what I've observed thus far, you have an admirable grasp of the fundamentals. I'm speaking too much. I do, however, wish to confirm one small detail. Regarding your choice of arcane geometries, what factor most influences your actions during battle? Potential for amusement. Now that's the salty healer option. I simply do what feels right. Is honestly probably correct. Which is bad for Arcanima, most likely, but I do it anyway. Aha! Just as I predicted, and now I have the final element needed to perform another calculation. The probability of you becoming an Arcanist of note is 90%. Give or take 0.5%. Yes, the certainty is quite high. After all, I only knew of one other practitioner who responded to my question in the same manner. It was the man who bestowed upon me this grimoire, the Guildmaster himself. Cool grimoire. While our inscrutable leader is, as I'm sure you've heard, on an indefinite leave of absence, he did leave us with his most notorious saying to date. Strategy is a tool used to manipulate one's situation into the desired reality. No matter how gifted you and I might be, however, the instantaneous manipulation of reality that might cause us to suddenly become mighty arcanists is beyond our present abilities. Discipline and experience is the finest strategy in this case. I suggest you continue to focus on refining your aptitude with Carbuncle. Mastery of an arcane entity will greatly improve your success as a wielder of Arcanima. Here ends your lesson for today. Pray return directly to the guild. I believe Mr. Thurbergeim is awaiting some inspected cargo. And what of myself? I'm off to the fields, of course. The tactics I reasoned out earlier must be attempted in real-life scenarios. Theory is all well and good, but there's no substitute for actual combat. We'll meet again soon. Pachoo! If Sucro is reacting to this with a facial expression, I cannot see it. I should disable the goggles. Well, I forgot about this character, but it's not really surprising that this is a character that exists here. Because we're going to be dealing with a bunch of great, wonderful nerds. Self-included, of course. So, I have still not really figured out what Sucro's canon job is, per se. Because it's important to have your own headcanon lore of your Warrior of Light, of course. Everyone knows this. Obviously. Maybe. And if it does end up being Scholar or Summoner, I feel like that can kind of make sense. I feel like that I can make that work, maybe. Because Sucro grew up on a farm in Vilbrand, in my mind canon, and I suppose there's any number of ways to suddenly uncover a magical tome or learn how to summon a carbuncle to help you around a farm or whatever, like I've said before. Many things can happen on a farm, including books, I'm sure. Many things can happen anywhere, honestly. What do you think of Sucro without a hat? I think it's alright. Ah, Sucro, have you returned with the cargo? A wooden cargo crate used by Malavin's Gate to train new assessors. Carbuncles, that's a wonderful mental image. Yes, everything seems to be in order. Relatively clear of blood and other gore. That can be something of a problem in our profession, you understand. I also had word from Kulahia regarding your performance. She seemed eager to continue your training. Oh, I disabled the goggles because I wanted to see Sucro's face. But I'm just wondering, like, Sucro without any headgear. An odd lass, I'll admit, but the guild can boast no finer mind for tactics. You would do well to heed the instructions she offers, particularly that which touches on the diligent approach to our art. Did you perhaps notice the battered tome Kulahia carries? That initiate's grimoire has served her from the day she entered the guild. She has her reasons, but it's admittedly strange to see it kept all the way to her present position as Forseer. Forseer. Am I giving these people the same voice because they're all nerds? Or the voice is significantly different enough and I've just forgotten. I fear such an intense focus on Arcanima has led her to overlook other important aspects of life. As our master strategist guides your Arcanist training, I hope that you might return the favor and help to broaden her own perspective somewhat. But enough of such matters for the moment. You've done well this day, Sucro. Continue your practice with Carbuncle as Kulahia has bid. I will be here when the time comes for your next lesson. The leather grimoire is honestly one of my favorite looking Arcanist weapons in the game, even though it's like the level 5 weapon. Now we have robe and book. I just like simple tome weapon. So, spoilers of a Heaven's Ray outfit, I guess. What if we did this? Oh wait, I can't equip that yet because it's level 49. I can't be Marissa for now. Oh, well, I guess I'm looking at this. Well. We can just be Sucro Classic again. With book. Now, as we are level 7, it is time for Palace of the Dead as an Arcanist. Hopefully this does not hinder the parties that I'm in too much, being sort of a early... I mean, I've seen people take classes to level 50 in the Palace, and it works out. You don't have to have a job, technically, for Palace. That's a weird statement. You don't have to have a job. I mean, that's also true. I don't. Unless you count this. I have no idea what Diet Sucro would be. Sucro Zero would just be like the edgy version if I decide to be a Dark Knight or something. Let's reset our progress over here. Into the palace over here. Enter with a matched party. Immediate! Good. Now, here's a question. Palace of the Dead is going to be the most efficient way to level this class. However, I wonder... Because there's a thing about Palace of the Dead, and that's that there's more stuff that happens in it, and I don't really want it to happen off camera. But if it doesn't happen off camera, I don't know if I'll actually be able to, like, get anywhere at a reasonable pace. Is the thing. Good bio, now I can do something. Do want to open that. So I guess the question is, how important is it that I cover all of the Palace stuff? The stream's already been going for 2.5 hours, and I'm not opposed to playing long enough to get to 50. Though that might be another 2 hours, actually, so maybe I am opposed to that. I don't know. Maybe we'll do a couple of more relaxed just leveling up streams instead of just one. I mean, we're not really in a hurry at this point. Though I do want to be close to Endwalker when it happens. I won't be that close, and the main thing I had to rush for was making sure I could do the noctis stuff. Summoning Carbuncle and other creatures used to take several seconds. And now it's like almost instant. Like it's an instant cast at least, which is fascinating to me. I do kind of miss the old summoning animation where you were scrawling something in your book before you waved your hand. Do I actually have... I do get roll actions. Uh-oh. I forgot about these. They're not terribly helpful. Not terribly helpful in my current state, at least. But I should have them on the bar. They should be accessible. Oh, intuition. So at this point, as you probably have figured out, there won't be much like dialogue reading for a bit. So this is probably when the stream becomes truly chill. I've done Palace of the Dead on camera before, of course, so this is just the time when we relax a bit. Just hanging out. Hopefully still enjoyable. We do get this exciting music, which I believe is from Sestasha Hard Mode, which I think we could probably do some of the hard mode dungeons these days now, actually. But those aren't like story critical, so I might not be bothering. I don't know. The thing about early Palace of the Dead is that everything dies so quickly that casters don't really get to do anything. I can use bio. That's when instant casts. It can be helpful. Eggy Assault. Is that on my bar anywhere? Yeah, it is. Just chill times with learning in a dungeon. Yeah, bio is instant. Summoners will not have bio anymore, because all dots are being removed from the summoner job, but Scholar will still have it. So Scholar is the new dot job, I guess. I think Bard is gonna be like the main dot job, like damage over time skills thing. Actually, they're sort of removing a lot of those from the game, from what I can understand. Oh, resurrection. That's a nice thing to be able to do in the palace. One downside with the palace is that if I get to Arcanist 30 before I get through Palace 50, and I want to be a Scholar, I'll have to start over because Arcanist and Scholar are not the same thing. Like, even if I just noticed in the Arcanist, sprite over there, there's a tiny, tiny, tiny sprite carbuncle. It's just like an indistinct blue shape, but it's still kind of adorable that it's there. Time for the groovy music. Time for groove. Now I have Summon 2. I'm not using Summon 2 yet, because we do have a tank. I don't know if it's even worthwhile to use it. By the way, this music is from the Binding Coil of Bahamut. It's unusual for me to have leveled up a weapon to 45 on floor 8, but I'll take it. Fester! Yay! Energy drain. Now I have ether flow stacks. Yeah. Okay. I remember how this works now, a little. I wonder if Scholar is a good class for soloing the Palace of the Dead. It feels like it could be, but I know like Red Mage is the best one. It would be maybe fun to try and solo the Palace sometime. Because I'm maybe crazy, I don't know. I can contribute a little bit more by using Bio and then Fester. I accidentally started sprinting. Time for the very exciting first boss battle of Palace. Wow! Not that exciting, honestly. Regular Death Gaze is an exciting boss. That's part of a raid. The city of Match? City of Monster Mash? One of those? I'm giving this person the commendation because they cheered at the end. Now, while we're here, I want to point out something. So the Ethereal Weapons, the Aetherpool weapons, are just big old bright glowy. And this means that as a Arcanist, Summoner, or Scholar, if you sit here and idle with your weapon, you're just staring into the blinding light of ether and pondering it. Like, Oh, it's pronounced mock? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. You're just like, I love to lose my eyesight immediately. Sucro, don't do this. Sucro, that's dangerous. Level 8. So this might take a while. The leveling. We'll just proceed immediately. And if there is no tank, I'll try out Yellow Carbine. There is no tank. Hey, my Carbuncle actually persisted into the instance. That's interesting. So what does Yellow do again? Create a barrier that absorbs damage. Fair. I guess if you think of them like that and they're like laser pointers, then of course Sucro is staring at it. You make a compelling point. Yellow Carbuncle does a sonic spin attack into creatures. If that second silver chest had also detonated, 3 of us would have died immediately. And it would have been very, very funny. But also sad. But also funny. Also, did you know that pets in this game used to be able to be targeted and killed? Because I don't think they can anymore. I don't actually know why we're continuing. I mean, we already have the thing unlocked. I just kind of spaced out and didn't notice it. Hey, this person who's named Bard is in fact a bard. Good for them, good for them. Why am I leading the way? Oh yeah, I can do Addle now, wow. Lower the target's intelligence and mind. Not useful. Arguably, sometimes mildly helpful, but overall, not. I will say the basic gameplay of the dot application is pretty fun, and then Fester. So, like, if you do enjoy this part of Arcanist, and by extension Summoner, it's going away, but I guess Scholar has it? I think some people somewhere have joked that Scholar is a DPS that screams. And that might be true in a lot of more casual content where you don't have to care that much, because you will have a fairy minion who will automatically heal people for you. So early on, at least, you don't need to worry that much. Because Bio is GCD but instant cast, you can do a satisfying thing where you do Miasma and then Bio immediately, and then Fester immediately, and possibly Energy Drain immediately. Because Energy Drain and Fester are off global cooldown, and you can squeeze in 2 of those in between a global cooldown thing, depending on what it is. You can squeeze in 2 instant off global cooldown things after a instant global cooldown thing, I should say, to be specific. It is kind of a fun aspect of the cooldown, I think. I accidentally just used Fester, which doesn't really do anything too helpful. To just do it. I think as Scholar I will still be doing this kind of thing. To some degree, at least. I don't know why, but I've always thought, like, poison was a cool element in, like, RPGs and MMOs and stuff, because it's sort of a weird non-standard one that occasionally pops up. And I've always thought it was neat, because it's like a underused one, and also it usually has, like, good green and purple colors and stuff, I guess. In, like, say, MapleStory, for example, if you were playing a mage, you could become an ice and lightning wizard, a cleric, or a fire and poison wizard. Which is interesting. I don't... Well, that sort of class definitely still exists in MapleStory to some degree. But also, MapleStory has like a bajillion things and is bizarre and stuff now. I hesitate to say it's bad now because I don't know if it was ever good. But it's not really playable for me anymore. That's true too, but poison's not always just like a status. Sometimes it's an element. Or in a lot of Final Fantasies, they have stuff like bio and it's unaspected. Like if I look over this, unaspected damage over time. There's not a poison element, but there's still a poison theme. Also, oh shit, oh fuck. This is bad. This is a mimic room. Welcome to Mimic Room. This is what happens when you use a Pomander of Alteration sometimes. It seems like we're reasonably able to handle it, but it's still kind of bad. Somehow nobody got poxed. I think someone was on the ball with the Stunner Silence. I accidentally pressed the Play Dead emote. Yeah. Although poison in Pokemon is not... What are we doing? Poison in Pokemon is not great, honestly. They made it... It's a little better in, like, Toho Puppet Dance Performance than it is in Pokemon, at least. If I remember, Palace Slimes are also bad news. I don't remember why Palace Slimes are bad news when left unattended. But I do seem to remember this. Yeah, I think in at least a group setting, Arcanist is more than enough for Palace. Yeah, Puppet Dance Performance did make Poison good against water. That was a thing that happened. And that did a lot to help it as an element. I accidentally used Addle on this creature somehow. Bane. Now I can spread those dots. Good. Now everyone will be poison. Only some of this is like a... Only some of these things appear on Scholar, I believe. Like, I don't think I get Miasma. I don't... Maybe not? I don't get Bane, probably. Shoot, not again. Okay. Sometimes a mimic can drop a treasure chest that is also a mimic. This could theoretically go on forever. You could have a mimic drop a chest that's a mimic that drops a chest that's a mimic, I believe. Into infinity. I'm not really sure why we're going this way. I think when Sucro casts using the book, her hand goes through her hat. Probably. Some kind of hat trick, I guess, if you will. It's probably fine. I'm going to have to get used to healing on a controller, because I've never done that before. When I played healer, I played with mouse and keyboard. Technically speaking, I am not currently playing healer. However, I can page through different people. It doesn't seem like it should be too difficult to heal with a controller, because like you press left and right on the D-pad to target other players, or no, to target enemies, and you press up and down to target your party. So it's not like difficult per se. What? Come back! What are you doing, Bard? If I remember correctly, Ruin 2 is just the one you can use while you're moving. And it's not as powerful. Yeah, that's correct. There. That wasn't too bad. A little bit worrying. That means we're at level 10. Hooray. I'm just gonna keep going, actually. Let's look at Carbuncle. I think I said something while my mic was muted, but it doesn't matter. I think I was just saying you didn't seem like you could target Carbuncle with the controller. That's all. Oh hey, it's the thing I'm wearing. I found an extra. It's a thing that I am unable to wear. And a thing I'm not going to wear. That's fair. I don't think there's anything around here that's a good idea to fight as a level 10 book. No, there's level 26 things. Not wise. Not gonna do that. We can enjoy some nice thunderstorm ambience while we're here. That's always fun. I was just like going somewhere to start screwing around just in case this took a while, but it's fine. All right. I accidentally summoned the carbuncle. That was not my intention. Hey, it worked out. That mimic was frighteningly high level, by the way. Now we can no longer run. I think maybe once my Aether Pool arm gets to 50, it might change what it looks like. Or that might require arm and armor to be at 50. I do not remember. This music is from 1.0 Mordona, and reminds me a lot at this part of it of Final Fantasy VII. It's this instrument, it's the synth instrument that is currently happening that gives me the vibes of 7. Extremely. The vibes are extreme. It's a good song. It has a lot of atmosphere and mood to it. Okay, there is stuff in here. Yeah, definitely. It feels like the sort of thing that would be... If 7 had an area that was like a Mako reactor, but super fucked up, instead of just regular, maybe this would be there. So, as an Arcanist, I do have a healing spell, Physic, but it sucks ass. As a Summoner, you continue to have Physic, and it continues to suck even more ass, truthfully. But as a Scholar, healing actually works. So once we get to that point, that'll be nice. I can sort of pretend to be a healer. But not really. Yeah, the flow of base Arcanist is it's really simple, of course, because it's a base class of the game, but it's actually pretty good. And I wonder, like, they discussed how Summoner's being reworked, but how is Arcanist going to fare? Are they still going to have the dots? That's something I'm interested to learn. Yeah, there is a person in the party named Eggly Bagelface. This is true. There's also someone named Gill Seller. Which is a bold thing to name yourself in a game where that's a bannable offense. But it's also a really funny thing to name yourself when you're a samurai. And samurai, though they don't do it in this game, historically in the Final Fantasy series, they do love to throw Gil at people. I am currently silenced, so I have to book bash. Eggy Assault 2! Deal earth damage. Okay. What does this one do? Wind damage and like a damaged field. Okay. I'm gonna keep Topaz. Because like the utility might be... Look, honestly, probably neither of them are great at this portion. But, like, it could help. I don't know. Okay, so that's like a melee order. So it doesn't seem like Eggy Assault 2. Yigai is very good for Topaz. Maybe I just want extra damage. I don't know. How much damage do you do, Emerald? About as much as the initial application or a tick of. One of my dots, so not like the worst. And I do get more damage. For the first 20 floors, mimics only come from brown chests, says one of the party members. Interesting. I didn't know that. Oh, that's what this, like, wind pool is. I think I've seen this happen before, and I was confused by it. That's a Arcanist residue. It's carbuncle residue, like dog residue. You know. Pretending to be a healer. I can do it. Physic is pathetic. Except when you're a scholar. And even then, it's like not practical. Yeah. I'll help Tim through Cool Egg using my shitty heal. Or something. Uh-oh, that's bad. But somehow, we made it through. I think I did well in that exchange with my limited amount of resourcage. Resourcage is not a word, but it works. That individual was lamenting their weapon level, so I decided to use the /comfort command on them. Hey, there's a silver! It's gonna blow up or something. Nope. I'm surprising myself by the amount that I'm switching between carbuncles, because they don't really matter. I mean, I used a barrier to save myself by switching to Topaz. It took a significant amount of restraint to avoid saying Geico after saying the words switching to, and this is just evidence of what corporations and brands do to us as human beings. They stick in our brain, I guess, is what I'm saying. Let's not engage them. Has Geico even used the switching to Geico, like, tagline in a while? I have not. I don't watch TV anymore. So I don't see commercials anymore. Yeah, Physic is barely worth it. Saving 15 minutes on cast times? Considering that there aren't any cast times that are like more than... I think the longest cast times are probably like, I don't know, under 10 seconds. So unless that's like an overall... Yeah, Resurrection here takes 7.68 seconds to cast. So if you subtract 15 minutes from that, that's a little bit overkill. This is how you know I should be an Arcanist, because I can do basic math. Like 15 minutes is a lot longer than 7 seconds. It's important to know things like that in life. I guess. Close to the boss. And then one more set of floors. Maybe we can clear... Well, wait, no. 2 more sets of floors. I don't know if I'll be able to... I should probably not do all of that right now. I should probably call it soon after this. I don't want to do too much. That was the wrong button, but that's fine. Ah, dang it. That's really bad. We don't want to engage Owl with that, that's for sure. Looks like we're engaging Owl with that, that's for sure. Problems. Okay, maybe it's not that bad. I guess it worked out in the end. Of course. I think I dodged that? Like I was just out of reach of it? That's kind of funny. Alright, boss fight. You are a boss that can occasionally cause a problem. Now we go to the center because you use a secret donut technique. I accidentally summoned Carbuncle again. I mock Physic constantly, but it has seemingly saved my butt several times during this experience. Level 12. This isn't bad. I am gonna go ahead and take a break from the game, though. We can open our last fun prize, and then that'll be it for this relatively relaxed stream of Final Fantasy XIV. And then the next one will also probably be relatively relaxed and more Palace. Because I really like Palace of the Dead, and also I need to level a new job. What's our last prize going to be? It's talking to this kid by accident. Okay, come on. Come on, work with me here. Okay. It's garbage. Yay! And so that is this game. For today. Thank you, as usual, for watching and your support. And if you wish to support me in other ways, they are arrayed below the stream for your perusal as per usual. And so on. But of course, spreading the word and just viewing are good support. So, thank you. And I will see you all the next time we do this, whenever that may be. Perhaps tomorrow, if we're lucky. I would like to do this as many times, as often as possible. Honestly. And tomorrow would probably be good. I might do some Palace of the Dead stuff off camera. I won't do like the final... I won't do like the important floors off camera, but I might do the next set of floors off camera, because they're not important. But like floor 50, I want to beat Edda. I want to beat the boss fight of Edda on stream. So yeah. Thank you for watching, everyone. And I hope that you have a good night.